So in the midst of all kinds of turmoil over at CNN with the top guy being out of the job, you have Charles Barkley, who is set to start a new talk show there alongside Gayle King, and he made some interesting comments about the timing of his new show coming out. Take a listen.
You don't need to go take that news job. You can come on our show. You know more about hockey than we do.
Hey, let me
You
tell you
don't have to travel out of Atlanta.
Apparently, with this new talk show, I'm jumping on the Titanic. It's not. Everybody keeps saying abort, abort, abort.
I think he's right.
Jumping on the Titanic. You know what's funny, though, about that clip is, like, clearly Charles Barkley doesn't need CNN. In fact, I was shocked that he even took the job.
Right.
And the fact that he doesn't need CNN is exactly why his show could actually be interesting.
I think you're right.
Because he'll say something like that, which clearly, like, you know, is impolitic and not what CNN bosses want to hear. But since he's Charles Barkley, he can get away with it.
Well, right now, they're really getting destroyed. I mean, you know, CNN, actually, this is even a reflection by their own reporter, Brian Stelter, who has literally
Former reporter, yes.
Yeah, CNN used to dominate on breaking news like Friday when the Trump indictment was unsealed. Something's changed. MSNBC has now capitalized. So MSNBC actually destroyed both Fox and CNN on the day of the Trump indictment. Obviously, the boomers over there are just losing their minds. Nicole Wallace getting them all ginned up. Rachel Maddow is, you know, doing backflips. But CNN, you know, is in a tough spot because they capitalized exactly on that same market, then decided to ditch them. And they're like, well, which way? Like, who are we? We have no credibility with the right. Their credibility with the left is gone because they are not willing to be as crazy Russiagators as MSNBC. So what is their, you know, what is their purpose of existing right now? Yeah, no,
I mean, I don't know what the way forward is for them because they spent so many years cultivating a certain audience, and it was basically like the same audience as MSNBC, where, I mean, sometimes CNN was even going like further than MSNBC in terms of, you know, like liberal Trump derangement. And so after you've cultivated that audience for years, you can't then turn on a dime and be like, actually, everything we said was wrong. Actually, our coverage was wrong. Actually, our hosts were wrong. Actually, what we were doing was terrible and was bad for the world and bad for democracy and whatever. And we're completely changing course. I mean, I don't even know that they changed course all that much.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But they did enough for viewers to, you know, the viewing base, the viewing audience that they had themselves cultivated to be like, okay, well, I can go over to MSNBC and get like the comfort food fed right to me. So I don't even know what you're up to over here. And when you combine that with the fact that it's not like any of this content is that engaging or entertaining anyway, there's just no reason for people to stick around.
I think what we need to do is to make sure that people understand this is only a once-a-week show, but even if Charles does well, it's not like it's going to save the network.
Of course,
so,
yeah.
Whoever the new boss is over there, I just got to say, good luck. That is it. And Titanic, one can only pray, one can only hope.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I guess the last thing I'll say is you are talking about still, even with ratings down, even with profits down, even with all of that, a gigantic juggernaut of a media enterprise. You know, surely there is some path to them being relevant again and providing information and news coverage that people actually want to seek out and actually learn from and actually get something out of. But it's not clear that there are any New York executives who have figured out a plan for making that happen.
Yeah, well said.
Hey guys, if you like that video, go to breakingpoints.com, become a premium subscriber, and help us build the best independent media organization on the planet.
That's right. We're subscriber funded. We're building something new. We want to replace these failing mainstream media organizations.
So again, to subscribe, it's breakingpoints.com.